Hi, I am Sai. I am participating in Code Basics Resume Challenge. In this challenge, I am working as a research analyst for a startup company called AirPure Innovations. The company is in its early stages, so it relies in data-driven decisions and research to take strategic decisions for its growth. Before I explain my project, I want to talk about what are AQIs and how air purifiers works. AQI stands for Air Quality Index. It is a standardized measure used to describe the quality of air in a particular area. And higher AQI values indicates poor air and unhealthy air. The lower AQI value indicates the good and healthy air. And air purifiers are the devices which remove the pollutants in the air and produces good air, and these devices are for indoor users. With this understanding, let's move on to the project I have done for this challenge.
So let me take you through the problem statement. Before starting any production, they need data-driven clarity and research and analysis on the Indian conditions, that is this air pure innovation and air purifier product is best fit for India or not. At the end of the video, by considering the insights of our analysis, we are going to decide is this product is best fit for India or not. The team Air Pure Innovations provided critical questions to address. By answering these questions with our analysis and research, they can take strategic decisions and they can move forward with their product. So here you can see the critical questions: which pollutant or particles should the purifier target? What essential features must be included in the product? Which cities show the highest demand and what is the potential market size? How can R&D be customized based on local pollution patterns? At the end of the video, we are going to answer each and every question. And the team has also provided primary analysis tasks and secondary analysis. And you can first let's go with the primary analysis. You can see here questions like what are the most prominent pollutants for each state? What are the top 5 cities are most pollutant? And which months are considered to be most polluted? Let's answer these all type of questions with our analysis. So for this project, I used Power BI for analysis. So here you can see that the top 5 and bottom 5 areas with highest average AQI. And here you can see that top 5 polluted areas: Birnihat, Hajipur, Bahadurg, Delhi, and Gurgaon are the top 5 most polluted areas, which is noted from last 6 months. And these are the bottom 5 least polluted areas. So no need to consider bottom 5 least polluted areas, because our main aim is to where our product is required. So these are the top 5 polluted areas, and here you can see the minimum of AQI noted for last 6 months is 12 and the maximum is 451. And in my research, I have found that the reasons why these areas are top 5 polluted areas. So when it comes to Birnihat, it is a small industrial town and it is the border of Assam and Meghalaya. So much road transfer from Assam to Meghalaya will be held here, and it is known for industrial town. So much air pollution will be occurred due to factories. And the major pollutant is PM 2.5. Hajipur, it is a small area. It is an area in Bihar. Due to traffic and poor air circulation, dust is stacked in air and pollutes the air. Here the major pollutant is PM 2.5. Bahadurg, it is a Haryana city, where it is a big city, and due to traffic, the dust particles will be stacked in air, and due to crop burning in surrounded villages, it pollutes the city's air, and the major pollutant is PM 2.5. And the next one is Delhi. Here, the reason behind the pollution in Delhi is traffic and crop burning in surrounded states. Here we can see that the most major pollutants is PM 2.5, PM 10, and O3. Gurgaon, it is a big city, and with industries, diesel vehicles, and power plants. And the major pollutants here is ozone and PM 2.5 and PM 10. And seasonal and regional pollution factors also considered here. Around 35 ton crop is burned in an year. You can imagine how much pollution is occurring in an year. In winter months, the air wind will be slow, and air will be stagnant in air, and dust particles will be stuck in air, and it pollutes the air. So we saw the reasons behind why these are the top most polluted areas. So now let's see the insights for the company that they can take decisions. So from this visualization, what we can give insights is suggestions is they can launch their product in the Delhi, so that it can provide. Delhi is the main state, and the polluted states are surrounded by the Delhi. So the company should more focus on PM 2.5 filtration with the support of O3 and PM 10 filters. And the target seasonal demand is marketing and sales should peak before winter, when AQI worsens due to crop burning and weather conditions. And explore industrial solutions like cities in Birnihat. You can use filters like B2B industrial purifiers due to factory and vehicular emissions. And you can tie up with governments and NGOs for your product promotion. Like it's be like not only product promotion, but it is the solution for the problem. So let's go for the second primary analysis. This shows that top 2 and bottom 2 pollutants in southern states in India. Here you can see that these are the southern states in India. So the prominent pollutants are PM 2.5 and PM 10, and the bottom 2 pollutants per state is NH3 and SO3. So that our filtration is we should focus on PM 10 and PM 2.5 filtration. So our next analysis is weekend versus weekdays trends, and you can see that there is no much difference between the weekends and weekdays air AQI value. Here you can see 103 for weekends and 102 for weekdays. These are the metro cities. Other than Delhi, you can see that all cities are good in AQI, but Delhi is the most polluted area. From this, we can conclude that there is no much difference between weekdays and weekends AQI value. This is the month-wise area coverage. These are the top 10 states considered with different distinct areas. These are the top 10 different distinct areas, states. So in our analysis, the insights we found from this visualization is, so January, November and December having the highest AQI values because these are the winter seasons. These months comes under winter season. So in winter seasons, cooler temperatures and low wind speeds causes pollutants remain trapped in near the ground, leading to higher AQI values. Our next analysis is Bangalore air quality summary from March to May 2025. Unfortunately, we didn't have the May data source, so I am visualizing March and April data. So when we see this visualization, we can conclude that the air quality is very much good in Bangalore for last 3 months, because here you can see that 22 days falls under satisfactory level, which is very much good, and 9 days falls under moderate level, which is also good, and April is also follows same. April 26 days falls under satisfactory, and 4 days falls under moderate. So that is a state-wise burden and air quality insights. Here we can see that state total cases joined and average of AQI by state. So these are the top 2 diseases joined by hospitals, like acute diarrheal disease and dengue. Acute diarrheal disease. So I didn't have the correct data, I mean suited data like asthma data and COPD data with patients data. So I did extra research, and I unable to find I show in a visualization form, so I'm showing in a text form that in 1.36 billion people, 35 million are suffering from asthma, and fewer than 30% of asthma cases are medically confirmed, and less than 10% use inhalers regularly. And the cost of the cure treatment of asthma is very much high, and due to lack of awareness, people are suffering with this asthma. So government came with policies like Ayushman Bharat Yojana and LPG distribution schemes, and in Rajasthan in 2016 there was a high count of asthma patients in 2016. So the government took a decision that they are giving free asthma treatment. With these all policies and actions, it little bit reduced it diluted the cases. So impact of EV adoption on air quality. So this is the analysis between the top 5 EV electrical vehicle using states and versus other states like using petrol and diesel vehicles. So here you can see that these are the top 5 states who use the EV the most. The average of EV states are 100. AQI levels of EV states are 100, and the average of AQI levels of EV states are 118. You can see the difference, and we can conclude that EV using states are better in AQI than other states. And here you can see that in India, the total EVs used in India is 5 million. And here you can use the slicer like in which year the count of EVs in India. Here you can see that it is the secondary analysis part. So here you can see the questions they have provided for us for secondary analysis. Who are the major competitors in Indian air purifier market, and what are their key differentiators? So here you can see that these are the top 5 brands in India which produce air purifiers: Dyson, Conway, Cubo, Philips and Levoit. These are the average prices of their product, and this is the representation of table, brand and the coverage area, like how much area it covers with its capacity, and the filter type, what filters they have used in their product, and the sum of filters life, like how many months and do they work properly. And this is the average rating for these products. Average rating is 3.83, and So let's see the drawbacks of these products. So when it comes to Dyson, it is expensive pricing and high pitched fan noise. Conway, no smart features like Wi-Fi or remote control. Front panel is not childhood proof and unresponsive touch controls. Loud fan noise. Cubo, low airflow and weak purification. PM 2.5 sensors issues, limited coverage area. And Philips, when it comes to Philips, unpleasant smell from unit and lack of advanced features. And Lavoid, it is not suitable for allergy sufferers because it doesn't purify those type of particles. And what are the conclusion and recommendations for our company is smart features like Wi-Fi, app control and responsive touch panels are essential. Ensure accurate AQI sensors and effective PM 2.5 and PM 10 filtering. Focus on low noise design, especially for nighttime use. Build a child safe design with secure panels. Improve customer service and after sales support. Target affordable pricing without compromising on performance. These are the key insights from our product. For our product, we can learn from the drawbacks of the current companies. So here the secondary analysis second question is, what is the relationship between a city's pollution size and its average of AQI? So here you can see that the pollution increases and the AQI value increases. So AQI value is directly proportional to population. So here we can see that Delhi takes the first position with AQI value 310 and Ghaziabad 257, and you can filter this with state wise, like in Ghaziabad, Hajipur, the AQI value is 236 and the population is 2,05,000 and the average AQI is 236. The major pollutant is PM 2.5 in this particular area and the population is 205k. In Haryana, you can see that these are the cities with most population and the average of AQI. With this, we can conclude that more population, more the pollution, and we can prefer the cities and we can start our production there. We can start our production in Delhi, Ghaziabad, Bhiwani, in such places we can start. And here you can see that which major pollutant we have to use in our product to filter. Let's move to the third question. However, are Indian citizens of what is AQI means and do they understand its health implications? So here you can see that so many knowing what PM10 is, like 17.8% people aware of the PM10 and PM 2.5. What is PM10 and PM 2.5? So most of the people do not take care of themselves in about pollution and they do not aware of these things and understand of AQI. So half of the population in India don't know about what is AQI. And the heard of air pollution, 90% are heard of about air pollution, but they do not know about other things and they do not follow any precautions. So these are the conclude points, and many of them don't, 50 of the population don't know about the AQIs and what is the effect. In my research, I have found that 9 million people are dying due to air pollution in the world every year. So we can come to the next question, like which pollution control policies introduced by the Indian government in the past 5 years have had the most measurable impact on improving air quality, and how have these impacts varied across regions or states? So here you can see that the policy names and the year they were implemented. So it shows the AQI value varies from year to year. Here you can see that average of AQI is 112 and average of AQI is 104. So average of AQI is decreased gradually. And in my research, I found that this is the main policy introduced by the government across the world, and that here they predicted that targeted PM reduction by 20 to 30% by 2024 in 132 cities. Several cities reported modest AQI improvement. Here you can see the improvement in 2024. We are running in 2025 and average of AQI is not much that greater. It is good average of AQI. And here you can see the average of AQI in state-wise. From Andhra Pradesh, you can see the average of AQI in Amravati. So in Bihar, you can see the average of AQI in like this. You can see. This is the conclusion point that government is trying to improve the quality of air, and as people we have to support them, and we have to follow, and we have to aware of pollution. And these are the other policies introduced by the government, and these are the policy names which was introduced in last 5 years. Bharat stage 4 emission norms, and here you can see. And the last one is priority cities, which tier 1 or 2 cities shows irreversible AQI degradation. And you also see that the AQI levels of state-wise, the larger the circle, the larger the AQI and larger the pollution. So these are the tier 1 and tier 2 cities in India. Here you can see that average of AQI in 2022 and average of AQI in 2025. You can compare both here, and the average of AQI in 2022 and the average of AQI in 2025 is not much in varies. In tier 1 cities, you can see that Bengaluru, there is no much change, and Delhi is highly polluted. You can prefer Delhi, and you can avoid these all cities. So, and in tier 2, you have to focus on Lucknow and Patna. In Lucknow and Patna, we have to more focus, and we have to decide. We have to launch our production there. So these are the primary and secondary analysis, and let's answer the critical questions with following insights. What we found up to now. So what pollutions should the air purifier target? PM 2.5 and PM 10 are must and should filters we have to use in our product. With that support, with location specific customization, like in Karnataka, add CO carbon monoxide filters due to high vehicle emission, and in Benihat, because of it is an industrial region, industrial dust and pollution will be more, so that you can use related filters of filtering industrial dust. And Delhi and Gurgaon, in these states, we are seeing that O3 ozone is the major pollutant along with PM 2.5 and PM 10, and you can see. And essential features for a competitive air purifier. What are the features we have to keep for our product? Smart features like Wi-Fi connection, remote control, and responsive touches panels for users' convenience. Real-time monitoring, accurate AQI sensors to display real-time indoor air quality and auto-adjust performance. High efficiency filtration, low noise operation, child-safe design, reliable support, affordable and competitive pricing. These are the things we have to include in our futures. Demand regions and market potential. So primary markets are, we can start our production in Delhi, Bengaluru, Bahadur. These are the primary markets, and with high population and high IT markets, so that they can buy and they can use. They have health awareness, and we can start our primary markets in these cities, and emerging markets Patna and Bihar, Lucknow and Binihat. And once we stabilized in primary markets, let we can focus on emerging markets, because everyone after post COVID are uh, taking care of health, so that they will definitely buy. Aligning R&D, research and development with localized pollution patterns. Urban and metro cities. R&D should be focused on PM 2.5, PM10 and ozone. Use HEPA and activated carbon plus O3 neutralizing filters. Add smart sensors for real-time AQI and auto mode. Industrial zones like Binihat and Bahadur develop filters using activated carbon and pre-filters for heavy particles. Semi-rural areas like Hajipur and Patna focus on dust, crop burning particles and aliens. Home environments like prioritize allergen filtering for sensing sensitive users. So these are the four critical questions we answered, and so final conclusion is India is best fit for your company, and you can start production according to insights provided to you. And apart from that, people should take care of their health regarding pollution. From pollution, you should aware of it, and you should take precautions. So this is my conclusion, and thank you for this opportunity.